Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
How you can able to get the metadata once you have integrated the sample integration. You want to get IP metadata. How you will get that metadata, and there are many things that you can do with the help of this application's API that we will see. And the other thing that we can do is we can able to do whatever that we are performing. Right? You can able to perform the same operations from PowerShell scripts from Power. Did you know about PowerShell? No, PowerShell is nothing but a script that will be used mainly at Active Directory and Windows systems. For example, if you want to do some configuration for your Windows machine, what you can do is you can able to do that with the help of a PowerShell script. That is nothing but a scripting language. PowerShell script are same as JavaScript, or different types of scripts are available. Right, shell script, that here we have a type called PowerShell script. The PowerShell script is mainly used for Active Directory and Windows configuration updates. We are going to make use of that for our Okta API updates. For example, how you can add multiple users to multiple groups with the help of the PowerShell API. It is very simple. Like, you got the informations correctly. It is very easy to get all those informations for you. I mean, you can easily work on the PowerShell API, and it is also very simple to use it. It is not like you can work on how you can work on API, right? We have to import all the API configurations to our Postman, and from Postman we have to trigger everything. It is little bit complex, right? But I'll tell you. You know how we can do that in PowerShell script. It is very simple. It's like executing only one line of code, one line of script. If it is executed automatically, whatever you are expecting, that can be done. But we have to make sure that we are entering the proper data or proper configuration to run the PowerShell script. That is the only thing, because there might be a chance. Like if you trigger something and if something happens, then you cannot trace it down, trace it out, and it's very difficult for you to revert it back. Whatever you are doing from the script, make sure you are double check once before you initiate the script or, initiate anything. You can be able to block anything if anything happens. And the next thing is, with the help of the Postman API, we will also see how you can add multiple users to groups from the Excel. Let's say you have 100 users. You want to add all the 100 users to one group or multiple groups. That we will see how we can do. And the same thing, we'll try to do it in PowerShell API also. We'll see in both the. First thing is we'll start from Okta API. I mean the Postman API. We discussed about the application API. Right, you can see an separate collections available for applications. Apps Okta. Here you can see add application. With the help of that, you can able to see different types of applications. Configurations are available. Here you can see SAML 2. Here you can see SAML 2. Here you can see SAML 2. Here you can see custom SAML 2.0. Custom SAML. This is the difference between an SAML 2.2 authentication application instances and the custom SAML app is this is nothing but an application that is available at the Okta integration network. This will be the one that we are going to integrate custom manually. And then we have an option to create a SWAR app, second web authentication app, a basic auth app. You can able to do plugin with Federation also from here, and auth and open it connect applications also. You can able to do it from here. There is another methodology called bookmark app that you can able to integrate from this API. And if you expand certificate, here you can see the certificate operation. Here you can see it can able to give you the list of certificates. For example, what does this generate? Before that, I'll go with the list certificate. List certificates in the sense you can able to see, let's say for one application, you want to get the list of certificates available. What you can do is you can update app it here in the red mark data, right, the object. You can able to update the application it here and you can run it. Automatically, you will get the list of certificates available. And let's say, for example, if you take this SAML application, if you go to sign on, you will be having an option to generate certificates. You can see a button called generate certificate. If you click this automatically, it will generate a new certificate for you. Here it can see it has been generated today, and you can see this if you can make it activated. What is the reason of generating multiple certificates here? For example, this will be the default certificate will be generated by Okta itself. What is the difference between generating a certificate that is there with Okta and generating a certificate manually from your end? Basically, if by default, why it is like in the same day? For example, if you generate a certificate like this in the screen, in the admin console, by default it will take you for 10 years. This is a certificate that is generated by Okta itself. They will give a default 10-year certificate. But let's say if you want to give a certificate just 2 years, you can do it from this API. How you can do is, here you can see generate certificate. Here it is asking for validity years. What you can do is you can give 2 years of validity here, and you can update the app aid for which app you want to generate the certificate. If you did that, automatically a new certificate that will be having the list of 2 years or 3 years, whatever the years that you are giving, that will be populated here. Then you can make you have that certificate for your application, which you need to renew it once that 2 years has been processed or 2 years has been crossed. In that way, we can make sure that the certificate is not revealed to anyone and it is making secure. For each and every year or each and every 2 years, you are generating a new certificate and rotating a new certificate. That's a best security practice. Actually, if you work with some security teams and all, they will say like for each and every year or each and every 2 year, you should rotate a certificate. They will say this, but Okta will at default. They have given us a 10-year certificate expiry. If you want to change it, you can go ahead and do it like this. Actually, if you see, like, all the applications which are in a SAML, why by default one is like an active certificate, one is active certificate. That is, I know some configurations missing is happening here, but if you work on an enterprise, you will get it. Only one for sure. Here, it should not be here like this for sure, but if you maybe that might be an issue. I'll check that. You know why it is getting into certificate? It should be there somewhere. Maybe some reason should be there. But I worked on before. Maybe recently they have changed it. I'm not sure. Whenever I used to integrate such kind of applications, I used to get only one certificate. If I want to add certificate, I can able to do it. But by default, only one certificate will be generated. That will also be in active statement. Actually, maybe because I'm doing recently also, like some time back, June, in a joint also one certificate which is inactive. That is, the expiry is at 10 years, as you said, 2032. And the other certificate, it's showing us inactive. That is like not out of 45. 15 years of certainty. Maybe because of that, Okta, by giving, like, by default, one is like no, the date expiring like no, the date of expiring change, different changes. And by default, it's giving like 2, but at a time, it's only active in 1. 1 is in a 1 state. As a 10 years, that will be inactive. The inactive should be like more expiry time. Maybe after that, we need to extend that kind of thing. Correct, correct. I'll check that. There should be some reason for this. I'll check and update you how in your screen you're showing both are into 10.2.3.2. But whenever in my real-time applications, whenever I'm generating the certificate, but both are expiring. Dates are different, but one should be inactive, one should be inactive. I got. Some reasons should be there. I'll check and update it. And let's say you want to. This is only for the 2 years or how many years we want it. We can keep it in the API. You can do it for whatever years you want. Like you can do it, I think, until 10 years. You can do it from here. But 2 years, 3 years, how many we want, we can do it. But from the Okta admin application, we don't have that option to that. How many years that option? Yes, 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 correct. And let's say once you integrate this application, you will be downloading the metadata, right? You will be clicking this action and you can see view edit metadata here. That's how you can able to get this metadata. You have to copy and paste it in the notepad file and you have to save it as XML file. But if you can able to get the metadata from here itself, you just need the app aid and key aid for that application. You need both the informations. If you got it automatically, you can able to preview or download the some metadata that we will see. And you can. I think there is an option to get certificate. For that also, you need to get the key aid. If you want to, you need to download only the certificate. You can able to download it with the help of this Kit certificate update option for any apps. Any particular app that you want, you can do. And let's say you want to get the certificate in different formats, like PM format or JSON format. You can use it like what you can. What you need to do is you need to give the app aid, which is very common, and the fessor aid, trestle aid. I think we need to get it from the certificate. From the certificate, only we can able to get this cluster aid from the certificate. We need to get this. Get this PM file converter. We'll see that. You know how we can do. What is this actually? Where we can use this? For example, if you see here, if you download the certificate, you can see it is downloaded with the form of .c or .t format. Right? If you want to convert this C or T format to PM format, that's another format of certificate. Application will support only .pem. At the time, what you want to do is download the certificate, convert it to PM format and send it to the application team. You can do it in internet also. Maybe I'll show you. You have multiple online tools. This one, we need to upload a certificate here. Whichever we have downloaded, date modified just down virtually. Maybe it's looking for the SAM or some other folder. It is looking it's in C drive. It should be all fine. I'm just uploading the C or T file here. I can see. I think we need a private queue also. Actually, I don't know which website it is. Some website did have where you can convert your CRC file to P file to P file. But that is not the suggestible way because you are uploading your company certificate to some other online tools, right? Which is not a suggestible way. You have an option in AP, Okta API, which you can convert it with the help of the app Okta API. You can convert the SAR file or C or T file to PM file likewise. What else we have for credential operations? We worked on this way, right? If you want to update the SWA credentials. If you remember, we have integrated SWA app. In that app, whenever we are adding user to the groups, are you adding user to the application? It is asking for the user rate and password that operations you can able to perform from here. If you see set plugin sway to user edit password, and if you see this one sway to Okta password, and if you see sway to user edit username and password. Likewise, you can able to change the configuration of SWA application and life cycle of an application. No, actually, you may need to check with your maybe a higher management team like basically we need that API token. That API token is needed for sure to create your Okta API from this Postman. Then we can able to do everything. If some company will not allow you to create your own API token, just check with them. Of course, it's feasible. You can do it, but process-wise, I'm not sure how it is followed in your organization. Better check with your team once, and you can able to go ahead and do whatever action that you want. You can able to, activate and deactivate app from here itself. If you want to deactivate any application, you can update the app it here and run this. You can deactivate that app. Same thing, if the app is already active deactivated and you want to make it active, you can do it like this one is somewhat complicated. Even I haven't worked on this. This is just like updating the scope for our authorization servers. For example, if you are integrating an OAuth app by default, the OAuth app will take Okta as an authorization server. If you want to build some own authorization server for you and you have to grant the scope for those authorization server, you can make use of this. This operation still I didn't work on this, the custom authorization server, because it's very complex and very expensive to do it. Only some organization will maintain that custom authorization server. Even if you go to your organization, you may not have the custom authorization server. There will be a default authorization server which will be used for your organization for sure. If you go to API, under that API task, you can see the authorization server. If you have multiple authorization server role, then you are maintaining multiple authorization server. You have to know about this. But if you don't have multiple authorization server, just only the default authorization server, then you don't need to worry about this because all the default authorization server scope will be defined by default. You don't need to define any scopes at all. But if you want to define it manually, you can make use of this operation. Still, I'm not sure. I haven't worked on it yet. I don't have much idea. And logo operations, which means like if you want to update any logo for any applications from this API, you can go ahead and do it. And I think there should be an answer. Here you can see, you can select that file. Whatever the file that you want, you can load it from here. And provisioning connection operations. This is nothing. But then, if you remember, we worked on the Okta or 2 or provisioning, right? Likewise, if you want to maintain any conflict, any provisioning connection operations from here. Like, for example, if you want to create a new provisioning options, new provisioning connections, you can go ahead and do this. Or if you want to deactivate anything that is available for an application configuration at the provisioning option, you can go ahead and do it here. This is more or less related to the application which supports the provisioning configuration. If that application doesn't support provision configuration, then this will not work for you and get features. What is this? Get futures. This is, let's see what it says. We'll try to get what are all the futures. It says something, even I haven't explored it. Let's copy this. If the validation thing, it says provisioning is not supported. I think something related to provisioning, I guess. Let me try for this provisioning application. There is an application I have integrated for provisioning. Let's see. I think your instance. I have integrated, right? Let's take this out. It says provisioning is already enabled. User provisioning from settings from Okta to downstream applications. If you see all the options that we are here, right, we have enabled from app to app. Here you can see we have enabled create user, update user, deactivate users. Those things you can able to see here. Update is enabled, lifecycle deactivate is enabled, and lifecycle create is enabled. Like if you want to disable, we can able to disable it. If you type disable, it will be disabled. Let's do that. Let's try that. I'll first disable how it looks like and I'll run it again. I'll run this again. See, if you see, it is disabled. Now let's try to disable the update feature also. This is just to list. Sorry, my bad. This is just to get. You can able to just only list. I guess you cannot change anything if you get operations right. Get means it will just only show you it is a read-only operations post. Then only you can able to edit whatever you want. Get user provisioning option. It's just exploring many options. You can explore it whatever you want. If you see it again says the user options. What are all the things? What are all the provisioning options enabled for user, not for groups? Correct. Next one is active apps. If you run this, you will get the list of active apps. What are all the apps that is available? It will be listed here. You can get us as a report. If you want to list all the apps, whatever it is sitting there in the state, inactive or active, whatever it will just pull all the reports. If you want to get just only the inactive apps, go ahead and run this. Go ahead and run this. It will show you all the inactive apps available, which means we have integrated already and we have disabled it or moved it to inactive state. We'll get all the list here and get an app, which means if you want to get only one app configuration, you can edit the tab it here and you run it. You will get all the app configurations here, like this get app assigned to the user. What are all the users that you want to? You know what are all the apps that is assigned to one user. If you can update the user it here, if you run it, you will get the report. Just use the id. Right? Just use the user id. Yes, here you can see it is asking for user id. I think this is the option that you can see for app. Here it is. If you update the app id, you will get the list of users who is assigned to this app. List apps using a key. I don't know what it is. What is this actually? Key actually, I'll tell you. If first we need to get it from here, what is the key? A key is nothing but a unique attribute that will be there with that application. This is the key it you can see, right? Let's say, let's take this application, Okta Admin Console. For Okta Admin Console, my key ID is, that's a unique identifier, nothing but a sign-in unique identifier. That's a back-end configuration. If you want, you can get this key ID by viewing any applications that you want. From that, you can able to see this key ID. And I'll tell you another thing. You cannot see this kit value in the console. You cannot see anywhere in the console. Kit will not be there. I mean, kit is nothing but a key ID, key value kit. You will not get this kit anywhere in the console, admin console only. You can able to get it in this API only. If you want to update the key ID here, you can get key ID copy from there and paste this kit. If you run it, you will get the list of applications assigned to the kid ID. See, there are a lot of more things to explore here. It's not just only you can get it everything in a, just getting the collections into API, Postman API. You need to explore a lot. What I would say is you have your dev instance, right? Try to import all these collections. Try to work, try to run that. Whatever you are getting, whatever the error, whatever the deletion, whatever it is, just try to run that. You will get the results from that. You will understand. For this operations or this task, this will be used. You know the what is. This is the purpose of this task. Likewise, you will get it. It's more like exploring. Even I am exploring many new things in this because they are started. They are keep on adding new steps. I'm saying earlier, this kid was not there. I just 2 years back, I worked on this AP. That time, this kid was not there, but recently they have introduced it. And same thing for this multiple certificates. I said, right, whenever I was working, it was just only one certificate. But right, they have introduced a new certificate. And I'll show you another thing, how fast they are introducing new steps. If you go to groups, if you remember whenever we worked on the group things, right, you will not see an option called group admins. Right now, if you see you have an admin roles here, which means you can able to add administrator just for this groups. That administrator can able to modify this group information on their own. They don't need any other admin roles. Specifically, if you just add that user account here in this admin role tab under the group, that user can able to modify anything for this group. They can add user, they can remove user, they can from where they can do it. Because users, they're not getting this admin console right. If we add our admin role to this user and particular application, from where they can change that term. Same thing, how we are granting access to application admin role, right? Same thing here also, you are getting. But the thing is it will be restricted only to this group. If you grant application admin role to all that user, one user, he can able to group admin to that user. He can able to modify all the groups. But let's say if you want to grant access only to this group, we can go ahead and do like what my question is. Because we can add like normal users, right? Not the administrator of the Oktas, right? We can add normal users to admin role of this particular application. That means in the application, they will get the different console like no administrator. How like admins of that particular application, they can able to see like that application. Yes, no, not related to that. Actually, this is related to this Okta admin. I'll show you. Let's say you want to. Let's say I'm adding one user to this group. Let's say I'm creating a group administrator, and if you go back to the school here, you can see this group admin. Sorry, this group has been assigned with group. My bad, sorry. What you can do is, for example, whoever is part of this bulk AP group, they will be granted access to this group administrator role by default. For example, I'm going and add people here. You can see no other people has been added now. Now let's add few people. I'm just adding this user, this user, this user. Click them now. If I go to Administrators tab, I have added 3 users to Group Admin right now. Right? I can see these 3 users in that list. They're getting what I'm saying. See, we are granting a set of users to admin row to one admin row. Whenever you add any users in this group, going forward automatically that the user will have access to the group admin before, if you remember, while adding an admin status. What we will do, we will search one user, click add admins, and will select the admin roles that we want to grant access to that user and will save it. That's how you will grant access to admin roles previously. But now what you can do is you can create one group. That group can be added to that admin role. That admin role, whoever the user that is getting added to that admin, added to the group automatically, they will be added to the admin role also. It's like, hierarchy. If you add a user to the group, automatically the user will have admin privileges in Okta. Also, if you sync like this particular group administrator, whoever the part of this group administrator, they're automatically admins for this app. Right? Yes, correct. This group. This is for only for groups. Yes, likewise, they are introducing many new things. Even we have to keep on studying things in Okta for sure. It is the same as like cloud, if you remember in Oz, cloud and all like. Initially, they have just introduced only few options, but later on they have introduced many new things in each and every year. We have to be in the limelight to study everything. Then only we will be getting, we'll get the latest future and updates. That is available in Okta and we can make use of it. Like this, it's not like, just a single learn. For example, if you learn PinkFed, right, you will not get more additional features in PinkFed, right? Because the PinkFed will not release any new feature at all. Like, it will be very hard. 2 years once or 1 year once only they will release new update. But this after they will release each and every month new release. These are the operations. Like that is just for the user operations. You can remove one user from a group, and you can add a user from this group also. Assign app, assign group up. This is different. Assign group to app, which means you can assign one group to applications, whatever the application that you want to add, like we do, like this, right? Let's open some application. Here you will be having two options. In Assignments tab, we will be having two options. One option to add user to the application. Assign user to the application. Assign people to the application, group to the application. This is the operation that we are seeing here. Assign groups to app. What you can do is you can give the group head, you can give the app head. The application will be assigned to this group automatically, and this is the option that if you want to delete any group, you can do it. Delete any application. You can go from here. This is all about the applications, API, Apps API. Now I'll try to show you a few things, how we can integrate Get and SAML app and all, and we'll see that how it works. For example, once you access it, the label it will ask. I'll say like API, SAML and accessibility login redirect. This will keep it as same. Here is the detail that we need to update first. First one is AXOL. If you remember, we need to update the AXOL, we need to update the audience issue URL, and we need to update the entity aid. This is nothing but an entity aid. Audience means it's an entity, aid and destination is nothing, but then the destination is nothing but default. I forgot the exact time, just a second. Default real estate. If you want to route the user to some destination URL, once the authentication has been completed, you can update here, default real estate. Likewise, you can able to update everything whatever you want. For example, these things mostly will not change. And if you want to add any attribute statements here, you can add now. For example, if you want to add an assertion, you can add get. As of now, I'll keep it default. I'll just send. Let's see how the application is getting created. It says app validation. They cannot create application instance. Maximum number of instance has been reached because we are all hours. There is a restriction. Let me try to move something to inactive. Now it is done. Now let me send again. Now it works. If you see, an app has been created. The app name is API SAML Apple. If I go and refresh here, I'll get that app. Whatever configurations that I have updated there, it will be here for sure. Go to General. You can see all the configuration details. We haven't given any attribute statements. It should not be here. Just a sec, go to sign on. It is not there. Any attribute statements are not updated, it will be null. If you want to add any attribute statements, you can do it from there also. Both the ways are possible. And what else? I'll show you this. Generate certificate. I think this is somewhat a unique one. Let's see we have how many certificates already available. We have. Here you can see if you see only one certificate. Is there right? I said right. Normally one certificate will be generated normally, but sometimes it is doing like that. No issues. We'll try to add one more certificate here. In this need this application. Let's copy this application and I'll place it in the app it column. And I want the validity years as, let's say I want to make it 3 years. You click send. Yes, the certificate is generated now, and if you go here and refresh it, you will get a new certificate 3 years. We have to make it active. I think we have an option to make it active here also by default. It is charting by default. By default, it is activated. No, whatever we have created 25. This one, it is in active state only. There should be an option. We have to activate it here. Let's see. This is the key that we need. Let's see. Let's see whether this works or not. You key it is. It is interesting. We need to enter the key it and all. It seems this is fine. Preview the metadata. I said right, if you want to download the metadata. What you can do is you can download the metadata using this one. Before that, we need to view the certificates first. Then only we will get that aid. We need that kid attribute for downloading the metadata. First, we need to view this. View the application information. If search, I will get that kid. Copy this kid. Go to preview, SAML metadata. In the kid value, update this kid value. And in the app it, I need to update that application. Which metadata I want. Here is the metadata. You can download this metadata and share it to the app team, which is activated. What else we can do? Activate the Activate app. I think it is very obvious. Let's try to update the logo for an app, whatever we have created recently. Let's update the logo for that. Select file. Let's update the series logo. Click sign. It says 2 not 1 created. The status is 2 not 1, which means right now it is in a blank. Only let's refresh it. We'll get the logo here. What else? Do you want anything specifically? Actually, I'm in you, right? I don't have like much idea on this, but what I understand is like whatever the options, if you wanted, it's already listed there. We need to figure out. Yes, you can just explore this. You know, it's just like playing around, right? You can just explore it. Whatever you want, just try that and let me know if you have any questions and we'll try to troubleshoot it. Whatever you are facing and whatever you are getting, I want to show you this also. This PowerShell, I don't screen. We have a terminal, but the PowerShell will be not possible in a map. Oh, is it true? I think there are some options. That's a bash right now. The the brew is the I know once it is done, I think you can see you can install PowerShell. I think in the terminal itself. You can make use of this PowerShell by doing this by adding this external plugins. I guess that's how it will work. Maybe you can try this out. If you get, it will be easy for you because if you really want to work on AP, then you can make use of that type of shell. Maybe I can show you a demo how you can do it. But let's try this out for your Mac. For the first and foremost thing is like I'll share you an website. There you will have some basic details about that AP, PowerShell AP. You can just write that out and I will show you here. Let's say first once you open the PowerShell window, the first and foremost thing is you have to get this, the Okta APIs, what we'll call it as package, I guess. It's an import, not a package. The PowerShell API package is already available in the PowerShell module, but you need to import it to the current window. For importing, what you have to do is you need to run the script install module power. Sorry, Okta API. I'll show you. If you click that, it is getting installed in the network. Administrator rights are required. Administrator is a required. What we'll do is we'll open this as an administrator, run as administrator. Take much time. It is done. Now, if you want to explore whether it is installed let's try to view our profile. This is the comment that you can use. Sorry, before that, we need to establish a session with our Okta right. Basically, what we did in this Postman API, we have established a session by using this API key right. Likewise, same thing, we need to establish a session from our PowerShell first. How you can do that is we need a comment. This is the comment that you need to run. For example, what it says connect Okta, and this is the API key that we have, and this is the URL that we have. Before running any script in PowerShell, first and foremost thing is you need to run this install module Okta API. Once that is done, you need to establish a connection between your PowerShell window to your Okta application. You have to run this now. We can see it is connected. Now let's try to run this query. get Okta user me, which means I am just getting my information. Here you can see first name is Okta, last name is training, the mobile number, country code, and what is my email ID, what is my login ID. Everything will be populated here. Now let's say I want to get my user ID to be added to one group. What I can do is I have different set of comments here, or I add -Okta group member, which means I can add a user to a group. This is an user ID and this is a group ID. If you want to get this, command you can get it. You will get it. Here is add user to the group. You can see, right? What you need to do is you need to copy this command. It is asking for group ID and it is asking for user ID. What you need to do is first link where we are getting all these comments. I'll share you this. These are just a basic GitHub repository where you can get it from anywhere. Like for example, if you want to get some comment for any user actions, what you can do is you can just search PowerShell script for user edition like that. If you search, you will get it. There are plenty of tools available. I'm just sharing few things. The first one will give you a basic comments. Second one will give you a comment specific to your rocker, a user addition and group removals. User addition to a group. Group removal for a user, likewise vice versa. You can maybe use this both. This earl. You will get more details on this. Now let me try to get a user ID and let me try to look at a group ID. I'll add this user first. I hope don't have any groups. I'll get this user ID first. Add here in the user ID and the group ID. Which group I want to add? Let's say I want to add one group, any group. Let's take this Okta API group. I want to add this group ID update in the group ID tab. Copy and run the script. It is added. Refresh this page. You'll get one users here, whatever the user that we have added. Likewise, what are? I'm saying this is somewhat an easy one, right? You can just copy this like this and an Excel, Microsoft Excel, paste it like this, just split it like this. You can split it like this in the last. What you can do is you can write some concatenate query which will merge everything. If you see it, just merge the query. What you can do is you just copy this entirely. You can add multiple groups here. You can add multiple users here. Apply this same formula to all the remaining rows also. Let me show you no issues. I'll show you this here. You can see this automatically generating this query. If I take this query completely and I'll paste it here. The PowerShell window automatically, all the users will be added. Next, maybe I can show you. If you want, I can show you detail. I'll just show you only for 3 or 4 users that you will understand. What we will do is we will try to update 2 users here and 2 different groups. Let's say I want these 3 users. I just copy this user ID, paste it in the user ID tab, and I just copy this next user ID. I need a group, ID one group I want. What I can do is I can just open one group. Let me take the group that doesn't have any users. Copy this group ID. I want both the users to be added to this group, one group only. Or else, if you want, you can add multiple groups also. Now the query has been generated. Copy this query. Before placing it, just make sure no spaces are there. For that, we need to paste it here. See, that's it. 2 users I have added immediately. If I prepare like this, and if you want, you can prepare hundreds and thousands of lists also like this. You can create an Excel script like this, and you can just copy this entire row. Paste it in this window. Automatically it will run. And if I go and refresh this page, you can see 2 more users has been added. 2 more users has been added. Is it clear? Any questions? We have discussed about Applications API using PowerShell. Book users tradition is still pending. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.